Sent in by Townsend. To work it in with his feet this time. Looks in that cross, O'Shea arriving! And arriving to great effect! And West Bromwich Albion announced their arrival this season in the Championship. Matt Phillips, Kilkenny was after him. Phillips smuggled through to Mowat. Robinson! Brilliant from West Bromwich Albion! They climb off the canvas again with a beautifully constructed goal.
Long, and it comes towards the edge of the 6-yard box.
Wow, it's own goal! Get in! It's own goal!
What for the Baggies?
And I'll tell you what, Jess, deserved.
A long throw into the penalty area, arrowed in by Darnell Furlong, and it's hit a Luton Town man. And into the box, and it comes again from Mowat. It's right under Sluga again, and it's pushed up, and Robinson,
yes, it's in!
And he nods in for a second goal.
Well, it was coming.
Once again, Luton failed to deal with an aerial ball into the box, and Callum Robinson has an easy tap in with his forehead from virtually on the goal line. Forward down the line towards Robinson. O'Shea watches that one onto his forehead. Mowat plays it back inside. Robinson looking to get there, and Bree is dispossessed by Mowat. This might be a chance. Mowat reverses it. Here's Robinson, left hand side of the box into Karlan Grant.
Yes!
Brilliant!
Get in there!
Karlan Grant adds Albion's third and gets his first in front of the Hawthorns crowd. A brilliant moment for him on what's been a special day for West Bromwich Albion. Is that the icing on the cake? Is that Albion's first 3 points of the season? It's 3-0. Into the... We'll have to wait. And it comes again from Furlong, another missile towards Farley, heading towards goal, and it's in again! Darnell Furlong's repeated the trick.
Is it an own goal again?
And I think it might even be another own goal, because Matt Clark is shaking his head as if to say, that's not my goal.
It looked like it was Matt Clark's goal from here, but like you said, he's shaking his head. And
well, I think Jack Robinson is the man with the final touch, but will take this corner from the right-hand side, an in-swinging delivery with his left foot. It's a teasing one. It's right under the goalkeeper, who flaps at it. It comes to O'Shea.
Yes!
And it's gone through a host of bodies and into the back of the net. And the Dubliner dives to the floor in celebration as the Baggies double their advantage over the Blades. It's O'Shea on target for the second time this season, and it's 2-0 to West Bromwich Albion.
Well, I did say about his head, Jez, and it ends up to be disastrous for him again. He gives the corner away, and again, it's a great delivery. I'm going to say that. I don't think I can suffer another 20, 30 minutes.
Robinson,
like that.
Grant, slide chances for Albion. Karlan Grant through. It's Alex Mowat.
Yes! There it is!
The Baggies are all over the Blades, and Alex Mowat has his first goal in West Bromwich Albion colours. Slipped through by Karlan Grant and finished with aplomb by the former Barnsley man. It's 3-0 to Valérien Ismaël's side.
Well, made up for Mowat. We said in the first half, him and Jake felt sorry for him. They've not touched the ball really, other than to help it on or head it on. And he makes a great second man run. And you've got to say, Karlan Grant does Yeah, they're shell-shocked, aren't they?
And it comes from Furlong. It's a higher one this time.
Oh, yes!
And
yes!
Robinson!
Yes!
It had to be him, didn't it? On tonight of all nights, Callum Robinson gets his goal against the Blades. And it's 3-3 at the start of the season for CR7.
Well, this lad's on fire, isn't he? Scored already 2 this season. Scored 2 tonight, both disallowed. We did say third time lucky. And nobody deserves it more than him out there. Made up for him. And again, it comes from a throw-in from Darnell Furlong, who throws it in like a missile into the box. Again, the goalkeeper, you've got to ask questions. I don't know why he keeps trying to come for them.
Unbeaten at the start of the current campaign, both looking to extend their unbeaten run, and Albion get away early down this left-hand side with Matt Phillips. He pulls it back. Here's an early chance for Jake Livermore. It's a great save. It's come back to Livermore again. It's off the crossbar. No. It comes to Matt Phillips on the left-hand side. He chips it to the back post. Mowat on the volley, and the top corner. What a start for West Bromwich Albion, and Alex Mowat has picked out the top corner with a beauty. And the travelling Baggies fans away to our right-hand side go wild. What a start from Big Val's team. It's 1-0 inside 30 seconds, Bomber.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 chances to score just before then. You thought they'd thrown it away. Brilliant. Here's
Robinson
a chance
in behind
now.
And Grant is away down this left-hand side. He's got Phillips up with him as well. Grant might go alone here. Karlan Grant across the face of goal. Phillips! Yes! Brilliant from them too. Karlan Grant the provider. Matt Phillips the finisher.
Absolutely brilliant again. Grant. Absolutely.
Darnell Furlong forward towards Phillips into the corner away from Butler. Phillips drives into the box. Phillips does well. Still Matt Phillips across the face. And it's turned in.
What a goal!
Late drama again.
Get in there!
It's West Bromwich Albion who benefits. The away end goes crazy. And the Baggies have snatched all 3 points. Well, I think it's Shami Ajayi, the man who scored. There are Albion fans on the pitch. And in front of the Bromley Road end, and the Baggies take the lead against Millwall.
Well, it's a great ball back in from Jake, and everyone's offside apart from Karlan Grant, who made a late run. And Connor Townsend's backing him up, and Cypre's come as well. And Connor Townsend's gone to Cypre, get out of the way, this is mine. And he rolls it back, and what a square things up at 1-1.
Well, we were saying, John, all game, what are we doing? Why aren't we doing the long throw? Why are we doing long throw? We know now it was the camouflage towel. We didn't see it. He sees the towel.
1-1. He strikes it hard and low, and Diang will be disappointed. But I'm over the moon for the lad, Karlan Grant. It's exactly what he needed. Now then, I did say if we score one, the floodgates will open. Well, let's have a look. The crowd are up. They've lifted
It back on the halfway line. It's into Hugel. A lovely back heel to Robinson. Now it's Karlan Grant. It's Albion scoring with 2.5 minutes of normal time to play. It's double delight for Karlan Grant, with the Birmingham Road end going absolutely wild from a goal down inside 40 seconds. Karlan Grant has turned this one on his head. Albion coming down the right, 1-touch passing. Grant on the left of the penalty area, delivered into the bottom corner. Albion 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1.
What a move! We win the ball in midfield, we break quickly. This for me is all about Callum Robinson. He comes into him, it's a delightful touch round the corner from
Cardiff City Stadium, and Friday's hero Karlan Grant is at it again.
What a great strike as well. He's touch inside and hitting. We spoke about it before, Jez, didn't we, about his confidence. You know, obviously those 2 goals the other night now.
Fact is this, it's Cardiff 0, West Bromwich Albion 2.
Good quick thinking down the left, good free kick, and obviously good ball in from Adam Reach again. I'm not too sure actually what happened after that. It was a bit of a scramble, wasn't it? But game.
Here's Phillips, does well to keep that ball in play on the byline, goes back to Furlong, tries to push it past Colwill, who's just come on, in comes the cross, out towards Moat. Oh, what a goal that is! Close goal of the season now, because Alex Moat has just smashed it into the top corner on a half volley. You will not see a better goal than that all season, even by his standards. That is spectacular from Alex Moat. It's 3-0 to West Bromwich Albion. It's 3 points back up the M5. And it's a goal he will never forget for Alex Moat.
Oh, what a finish. What a strike. He's caught it. He'll not hit a better one than that, will he, Jez? What a finish. Great ball in from Grady as well. But Cardiff are all over the place now. You know, there's 4 or 5 of their players are on the halfway line. There's a back 3 at the back, not picking anybody up. You know, they've completely gone. And, you know, I think second half as well, after riding the storm just after half time,
to Livermore, Grant on the edge of the penalty area. Karlan Grant onto his right foot. Great goal! Fantastic strike from Karlan Grant, who does it again in front of the Bromley Road end. It's a goal to celebrate his 1-year anniversary at West Bromwich Albion. And is it a goal to earn 3 Derby Day points?
Well, I tell you what, Jez, I don't know whether it's Malumbi or whether it's Townsend who makes a great run, and it opens up the space for Karlan Grant to come inside on his right foot, and it's everything you want from him. He drills it hard and low in the bottom left-hand corner. The keeper, I had question marks about him.
And he may just have grabbed another one here.
And we've just pressed straight away. Jake Livermore, for me, I saw it before the game. You know what I'm like for Worms. He was right up for this game. He's won the ball. He set it going. It's a great little ball from Callum Robinson, and what a finish. That's a finish from a lad who's high on confidence, who's scoring goals. He doesn't slash at it, he doesn't swing his leg, he connects sweet as a nut. And
a goal inside the opening 8 minutes. West Bromwich Albion 1, Bristol City 0.
Well, this all starts in the middle of the park with Snodgrass and Malumbi. They play a little bit of one-touch football. We get it down. You've got to say Townsend does great. He drives in a great little ball into Matty Phillips, who, what a pass, splits the defence, and Furlong.
Robbins, it's 2-0.
This time Bartley gets up and just directs his header into the bottom corner. This Bristol City team, all right, they've lost somebody through a head injury, we know, but we've torn them to pieces. What a reaction. We keep saying it. What a reaction. Fantastic. Don't give
Bristol City 0.
And I'll tell you what, that's the strike of a striker that's in top form and full of confidence. Most strikers would have took a touch there, not Carlin Grant. He flicks it over the keeper's head. What a finish.
Got the opener here tonight against Hull City. It was that high press. Livermore was involved. Robinson could have shot himself, but he was unselfish. Laid it on a plate for Carlin. Back into the game. 1-1.
Well, let's hope that sparks his afternoon off. Right on the penalty spot. He hits it half volley, and they always look better when they come in on the inside of the post. Half volley. Great finish. What a goal. I hope that now settles him down and we get Diagana back.
Colin Grant giving chase to this. It's Colin Grant! Where would West Bromwich Albion be without Colin Grant? He is clinical! Goes in low, a scramble, and the ball is forced over the line. And Albion have their second goal. Kyle Bartley wheels away. But this is what West Bromwich Albion needed.
Does this ball come off Cedric Kipre? Oh, it does. Shouldn't stand, wouldn't stand in the Premier League with VAR, but officials do not have the luxury of having a second look.
0.
Well, let's go back to the start of this. It was like a young Maldini from left back. Gardner Hickman, he does ever so well outside of the boot with the ball down to Carlin Grant. And we've had how many crosses have we had in now? Grant fizzes it across, and it seems to take it in.
Left of the penalty area, slots the ball into the bottom corner. Goals in successive home games. This one a really neat finish, and not for the first time this season. Grant and Robinson combined. It's 1-1 at the Hawthorns.
Well, I usually get a little bit more excited when a goal goes in, but I was looking at the linesman. He went to put his flag up, and then
It goes for West Brom, and here they come, West Brom as well. This is a powerful run here forward, and surely they can be in. Crosses it to Robinson, surely! They found the opening goal, West Brom, and what a way to do it as well. A fantastic bit of football from the home side. And Callum Robinson, of course, it was a fantastic ball across to find Callum Robinson, who was in space. And
just to be honest with you, the ball comes in. Grant does brilliant. It's booted against Kipre, and it goes in the bottom corner. And finally got the goal. I said to you, I don't care how it goes in. I don't care what time it goes in, as long as it goes in. And thoroughly deserved. And now
Fields, Malumbi barges him off the ball, and now Robinson does well, slides it through. Grant through on goal, 1v1. Carlin Grant to second.
yes!
There it is.
Get in there!
2-0 West Bromwich Albion. And a long overdue one for Carlin Grant, who runs off to celebrate in front of the Brommy Road ends. His 10th of the season, and his first since he scored at Coventry back in December. That should be the goal that secures Albion's first win of 2022.
Oh, they've got a little dance, the two of them. Look at them, eh? Carlin and Callum Robinson.
As things stand, Albion will be
go on, Grady.
And Grady's in behind. It's Diangana!
Oh, yes!
It's 3-0, and that's the most pleasing goal of the lot. Grady Diangana released down the right-hand side of the pitch, and a lovely left-footed finish beyond the reach of Bender.
Fantastic finish.
He's been exceptional since
he's been brilliant.
Grady Diangana.
Brilliant, and that finish.
It's a clear foul. Carroll is in. Can he find someone? Reach was there, and it is in. Jason Malumbi. The wait is over. At last, a West Brom strike to celebrate. 5 games have come and gone.
Finally, they've made the breakthrough.
Well, it is a tidy finish, but for me, this goal's all about the delivery. It comes into Alex Mowatt, he opens his body up and he puts a cross in. Well, it's one of those crosses that if you get no touch on it,
Pressing Greaves, and Greaves hits it against him. Greaves runs into a corner and Gardner Hickman wins it back. He brings him down, and West Bromwich Albion have a penalty.
At last.
When was the last time that happened? Millwall at home. I'll answer that question myself. Taylor Gardner Hickman dragged down.
Gardner Hickman.
It'll be Karlan Grant against Matt Ingram in front of the travelling Albion fans. Grant with a slow run up, hits the ball past Ingram into the bottom corner, away to Ingram's left. He celebrates in front of the Albion fans. And the Baggies are 2 goals to the good against the Tigers.
Well, there was a little bit of play acting in the goal. Ingram is pointing which side he thinks Grant's going to put it. So Grant's...
Albion look for a goal to try and change the story here. Towards that far post and the Jai. And how does the referee see that?
Penalty.
Penalty! Silver Thomas can't believe it.
The debate will rage on. I mean, it's nowhere near Alex Mowatt's head.
A big moment at the Hawthorns. Karlan Grant finds the bottom corner and could have set up a grandstand finish at the Hawthorns.
Well, maybe I went a bit early with game, set and match.
Gardner Hickman. Ajayi's on the outside again. Shemi Ajayi, he's done the cross out. Carroll was waiting! Incredible! Big players come up with big moments in big games. And big Andy Carroll has just risen to head the ball home.
In 1, Fulham 0.
Well, we said it, Jez, haven't we? Those two have been playing little 1-2s, something we haven't seen before from our strikers this season, and they link up again. But this is all about winning the ball back over on the other side. Good press, good high press. We forced a mistake. I tell you what, Callum Robinson's still got a lot to do when he gets this ball. It's a delightful pass from Karlan Grant, weighted perfectly, but the angle's against Callum Robinson. But he keeps his head and he picks his corner and he slides it under the goalkeeper's body. 1-0 and deserved one.
Towards this back post, Bentley comes once more, and the referee has pointed to the spot. It's going to be a West Brom penalty. Dan Bentley is pleading his innocence here. It's a punch to the face, I think, obviously aiming for the ball, Bentley, but he's caught Kyle Bartley right on the chin. Karlan Grant looking for his 14th goal of the season. It's a slow run up and he gets it. 4 in 4, his 3rd goal from the spot this season. West Brom are level. Very cool. Bristol City understandably sitting deep, but how deep? It might drop here for reach, it has! West Brom have done it again. For the 2nd time in the last couple of weeks, it is a last-ditch equaliser. It's a gorgeous touch.
Again, we're getting the ball in the box, and that's what we've missed all afternoon. Long ball up from Sam. Andy Carroll again involved.
Carroll looking for the flick on, and Carroll does oblige. Reach on the left-hand channel. Reach in towards the centre, and it's kneed in by Andy Carroll. He won the flick on, and he quickly darted into the penalty area. A delightful dink from Reach on the left-hand side, and Andy Carroll was unmarked inside the 6-yard box. It hits him on the knee. and ends up in the back of the net. And it's West Bromwich Albion who get the first. Plenty forward for the Baggies, as you'd expect, inside the final minute of this game. Everybody back for Blackpool. And it comes from Matt Phillips. Dangerous looking delivery. It's flicked away by Ekpiteta. Carroll at the back post, and it's Karlan Grant. It's a winner for West Bromwich Albion in the final minute of injury time. Blackpool couldn't clear. Carroll kept it alive, and it made its way through to the top scorer, Karlan Grant, who was in the perfect place at the perfect time to slam it into the back of the net past Maxwell. And West Bromwich Albion have surely stopped
the season, hasn't it?
Albion have won the ball back, and it's 3v2. It's Robinson, Livermore and Grant against McIntyre and Robinson. Here's Karlan Grant in the penalty area. Surely must score.
Yes!
Great footwork from Karlan Grant. Albion's top scorer makes it 16 for the campaign.
He does ever so well, Callum Robinson there. He picks the ball up, he wins the ball in midfield actually. He turns and he drives at the back two, if you like. It's 3v2, but you've still got to release that ball at the right time. You've got to suck them defenders in nice and close, get them in tight, and then slide the ball out. It's a lovely way to pass.
Round the corner, here's Mulumby, right-hand side of the penalty area. Mulumby dives infield and showed too much of it to O'Dore. Oh, no. That's a penalty to West Bromwich Albion, but O'Dore clearly took the ball.
He's got it wrong, the referee.
That's a really poor decision from the referee, and Albion have been awarded a very, very soft penalty here. Well, Clark O'Dore is protesting his innocence, and he was innocent as well.
Is it for that?
No, I don't think so.
That's a great tackle.
He's won the ball fairly, O'Dore.
It's a great tackle. Look at this.
Grant has to wait patiently, and waits even more after the referee's whistle. It's another slow run up from Karlan Grant, right-footed,
yes,
sends the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Get in.
Hits it into the bottom right corner as Walton dives to his right-hand side, and Karlan Grant duly obliges for West Bromwich Albion from the...
They weren't very good with their first team. Now they got a load of kids in, which are, in fairness to them, having a go. You're on a hiding to nothing. It's like playing a lower league team in the cup. You know, if you go and win 4, you're supposed to. If you don't, then you've had a terrible afternoon. So it is a difficult game.
There's Button. That's a great kick forward, and Adam Reach might be in behind here. Reach will get to the ball first.
Finish.
Flips it over the top.
What a finish.
That's a classy finish from Adam Reach.
Take a bow, young man.
To open his account here at the Hawthorns, and he owes it all to a wonderful through ball from David Button. Route 1 from West Bromwich Albion, but there was a clear objective there from Button as he clipped that over the top of the Barnsley back three. Reach with the run from left in towards the centre of the pitch, and a first-time finish over the onrushing Walton.
And he's got the awareness to know where the keeper is. He's under pressure.
Backwards to Grady Diangana, a few step overs from him, drives at the edge of the box, plays it into the feet of Karlan Grant, and now here's Matt Clark. And he's got his first goal of the season on the last day of the season. Brilliant work from Diangana, and then Karlan Grant, and Matt Clark, playing left back this afternoon, is in uncharted territory. Well, was confident and calm enough.
Yeah, and they won't want to be on the end of a 5 or 6 goal drumming. Do you know what I mean?
Here's Ajayi, he slides it through. Grant's in behind, chips it over the top. Another lovely finish from a West Bromwich Albion player in this game, and Karlan Grant gets his second and 18th of the season. Ajayi won the ball on the halfway line, drove past a Barnsley player into midfield, a lovely slip ball down the sides, and Karlan Grant, who only had the goalkeeper Walton to beat, saw him coming out towards him.